Hi, my name is Riley Allen. This is my review of Manifest Season 1, Episode 10, titled Crosswinds. So we start off with Mick visiting her mom's grave and kind of lamenting about Jared and everything that's going on. And we get to see a little bit of Ben's conspiracy theorist arc. God damn, it's beautiful. I'm on his side. We know what he's talking about, but damn if he doesn't sound like a schizophrenic conspiracy theorist that is off his meds. Like, damn. I'm telling you, the voices, they told me to do this. So Olive and Cal are kind of going through it with their mom in the preliminary divorce, because Grace and Ben are going through their divorce arc. So Olive goes to Danny and tries to get Danny back in the picture. Ben goes to Vance's funeral and he kind of gets kicked out by Powell, his deputy. He then meets a podcaster named Aaron, who he uses to investigate, who Ben is using to help investigate. So Autumn throws her phone in the water, basically kind of drawing her line in the sand. Meanwhile, Mick manages to wake up the passenger named Paul Santiano, and she gets a vision of find her. They think it's referring to Paul's wife, Helen. So she and Jarrett, and Mick kind of puts herself in Paul's place. It's going to backfire because, just like her, he was, kind of left at the airport by his wife. So she and Jared team up. Also, they got Lourdes this episode, but they couldn't get her last episode. It's funny as hell. I feel like it would have been better to have her last episode than the, less than about a minute of screen time she got this episode. All I'm going to say. Whatever, though. So, her and Jared team up to find Helen. They eventually do find her at this motel she's staying at. She initially opens the door with a gun, thinking they're lying about being cops, and she explains Paul was an abusive piece of shit. God damn it. And she uses the term a wrecking ball coming back to ruin her life. And she uses those words, and Mick uses those words with Jared, kind of trying to distance themselves. Meanwhile, Cal tells Ben to come over, and Ben comes over right at the same time Danny is, and they kind of get into a little fight, ending with Grace kind of sending both their asses out, but I'm honestly thinking she's leaning towards Danny. I don't know. We get some more information about the Major, in that she was a female. Ben convinces Powell to help him by saying, "What would Vance do?" So Powell calls him and gives him the information about the Black Hawk, because we got information about the Black Hawk from Aaron. How the hell Aaron got his information, I don't know. But he got his information. So he uses, and we find out it went from there to New York. And Powell advises Ben to watch his six, and that he is gonna help him, which is good. So Mick and Jared proceed to start their affair arc. She kind of seems to regret it after the fact a little bit. So they get also the Holy Grail is the thing that the Major is trying to find. Of course, it's not the actual Holy Grail, but Zombie later deduces it's people very susceptible to the callings, i.e. Cal. The episode ends with Cal opening up, having the same calling as Mick's been having. Find her. Mick realizes later right kind of then that she wasn't having a vision of her own calling. She was having someone else's calling. Find her. Cal has a bit more, the longer version, where we see that her is Mick. Overall, I really enjoyed this episode, although I understand why it's here. I just can't really give a shit about the love drama between Danny, Grace, and Ben. Give me some more thriller, them trying to figure out what the hell's going on. I also can't give a shit about Jared and Mick. I just don't really care. I mean, it's fine. It's not like I'm gonna roll my eyes when it pops up and skip it. It's just, I kind of hope I'm kind of sitting there hoping it doesn't take up too much screen time so we can get back to, figuring out what happened to Flight 828, I believe it is, or whatever. I think it is. Yeah. I do feel bad for Olive and Cal, though. Like, damn. Especially Olive. Cause she lost her dad, gained Danny, lost Danny, gained her dad. Now she's losing her dad, trying to gain Danny, but also kind of losing Danny. Girl is losing all of it. Damn. Also kind of feel bad for Lourdes. She's getting cheated on. Damn, that sucks for her. I'm going to give this episode a 7 out of 10. Thanks for watching the video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you want, and I'll see you in the next video.